everyone. This is Rhiannon, Disney's mama, and finally, by popular demand, I am gonna go ahead and start his YouTube channel. I guess I have a little bit of time on my hands with this quarantine. So it's allowing me the opportunity to be able to start his YouTube channel. He is, I don't even know what he's doing back there. He's chomping on some dried veggies currently. As much as I thought that I was gonna do this on his birthday, I am really waiting to the last minute here because it's like 11:48 on his birthday, March 24th. I'm so excited. He turned 2 years old today. It's been a crazy, crazy ride. So this will be a quick video. Just wanted to kind of go through and tell you what the intention of the channel is, hear your suggestions in regards to future videos, and answer all the questions that are the most common. The most common question I've gotten since we've brought Disney home is, what kind of bird is that? He is a male Eclectus. He happens to be a blue mutation. So where there is green on a typical male Eclectus, he's blue. That's really the gist of it. I'll do a video later in regards to color mutation and how that all works, but essentially it's a recessive gene, which obviously you can't see. Recessive genes, kind of like green eyes in humans. So it's rare because you can't determine it unless you know what the genetics of mom and dad are and grandparents going back. So that's why he's a special little bird. So yes, he's a male Eclectus is the most common, and then people are also like, that's gotta be photoshopped, and I promise you he's not, and I know it's hard to believe unless you meet him, but I promise you he's as blue as can be. Another really common question, which I'm totally cheating right here because I want to make sure I hit on all of them. Another common question is, how much does he cost? I mean, you had to pay a crazy amount of money to be able to buy this bird. So here's the deal. You can Google how much blue Eclectuses are. I actually was in contact with his breeder. I purchased him from a bird store that originally had his price listed substantially high, and then they dropped the price on the internet. That bird store is 5 hours from my home. So every time, my home in regards to where we live now, my hometown is Chicago, or the Chicagoland area. So every time I went into town, all my family's in Chicago, every time I went into town, we always went and saw Disney, is what we call him now, but then we called him Little Blue Boy. Originally just went to like see this phenomenon, because I had never even heard of a blue Eclectus until my sister sent me a picture of him and was like, you have got to come and see this bird. And so the next time we came into town, went and saw him, and really I went to just go see him. No different than you would, I don't know, go to a pet store to love on puppies. I mean, it was no different than that. The second time I went and saw him, he was a couple of months older, and I just adored him. He was just so soft and sweet and quiet and just very baby-like, but still wasn't like, oh, I have to have this bird. Third time around, I'm like, okay, like he's the same every time we go see him. So I kept like rationalizing with myself after that, convincing myself, well, all baby birds are sweet and you don't need this bird, which none of us really need birds, but definitely wanted that little blue boy. My husband came several times to see him, and the last time we went, prior to bringing him home, numbers were thrown out there from the store owner with my husband, and all I really heard was, this is negotiable. And I had been developing a relationship with the store manager, who was amazing throughout the process, and it was really clear that at the end of the day they really wanted him to be in a home. They didn't want him to be in a bird store. They wanted him to be in a home with a family, getting all of the attention that he absolutely deserves. And that made my decision really easy, because that's all we wanted to provide for him. And so push comes to shove, I'm never going to say we paid X amount of dollars. I wouldn't ask you how much your husband spent on your wedding ring. But I will tell you we were very, very lucky. And I feel incredibly blessed for him to be ours. It's mind-blowing. Maybe he'll stop, eating dried veggies and I can actually Tiz, you wanna come here? You wanna step up for mama? Come here. Come here, baby. Come here. Oh my goodness, I know. Those veggies are good, aren't they? Here. Here. But I have grapes. I have other things that might interest you more. There's his baby. There's his baby. Oh, look at those white little bloopers. Oh my gosh, they're just so kissable, aren't they? They're just so kissable. I just give them right in here. Right in here. Oh. And I'm not sure if you've ever smelled your bird. If you have not smelled your bird, you need to smell your bird, especially if you have an Eclectus, because they smell amazing. Oh my gosh, so good. So I'm not sure if you hear that. That's my cockatiel saying hi, Storm. And who's a good boy? He definitely wants to make his appearance. He is covered. We're usually not awake with lights on at this time, but he is chatting it up. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hi, sweetheart. And that's Peter, my African gray. He's so ready for bed. He's like, why are we awake right now? His wings are out. He wants to go fly. It's a little too dark for him to actually fly, but he definitely is. Got wings out. Put me to bed, Mom. Put me to bed. Anyway, so I'll cut this short. Please go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and we'll see where this goes. I would love to hear you guys' comments in regards to what you'd like to hear about in the future. Just not just our journey with Disney, but any bird. I would love to hear what you guys would like to hear about. A couple of requests have been harness training. What is your chop recipe? How do you get them to talk? How did you integrate new birds into the flock? And those are all great ideas, and I absolutely plan on doing videos on each of those, as well as kind of diving into Disney's color mutation and how that all works. I know a lot of people have that question. I'm trying to see if I'm forgetting anything. Yeah, please reach out, message, email. All of you guys have been so amazing so far. It's so crazy. Like even just like going to the local bird store here, I'll walk in and someone will say, oh, it's Disney. And I'm like, and you are? Because I guess he's popular. I guess he's really loved, and that melts me. I'm glad that others adore him as much as his mama does. Hi, Dumplin'. Hi, Dumplin'. I know you're tired. You're like, why am I still awake? It's so late. I guess he's going through a major molt because for the first time since he's been in our home, which he's been here for 9 months, for the first time he has got pin feathers all over the top of his head and the one side of his face. So I guess that's going to be happening. Please don't go bald on me, okay? I'm just kidding. I'll love you no matter what. Yes, I will. Thank you guys so much for being so interested in Disney, and I hope you enjoy this video, and hopefully I'll get better at it at some point, because I really have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just sharing this little blue bird with you. Have a good night. Oh, not done. It's his birthday. We should sing him happy birthday, don't you think? Okay, I'm not gonna sing, but happy birthday to this wonderful, perfect little blue boy who, it looks like he's biting me, guys, but he's actually not. He's totally just like, would you stop touching me? He's actually pushing me away. Sorry. Love you.